honey. I'm here with your reading. I am so sorry for the delay. I totally fell asleep last night before I could even get filming, so here I am. Sun's barely up, and I'm getting it done for you today. All right? So we're going to do the marriage question first, and then the question with your father. I can do some insight into that, but I may not be able to tell you exactly why he left. We're going to see what I can come up with, okay? I shouldn't say left, but why he doesn't want to be in your life. The first card is the Star. So I see getting married is kind of a big wish of yours. The next card's the Sun. So that's a really good omen. I see a Tower moment. A Tower moment is anything that happens that kind of shakes you down to your very core. This cat is so damn bad. I don't know why I keep her. It shakes you down to your core. It kind of changes everything in a lightning flash. The picture on the card is actually a tower being destroyed by lightning. I usually say it's something that shakes you to your foundation. If you were a house, it would destroy you, knock you down, but you could be rebuilt. I do see the Page of Pentacles, which is usually beginning to save and build resources. So it'd be like saving money and building resources. Or when I say building resources, I would mean like getting a house, getting things that you need. So I feel like now would be a good time to start saving for that, because you're going to need to be in a Queen of Pentacles type energy for marriage to come along. Or that's about when it'll happen, is when you unlock that energy. I also see the Moon card is here. That is ebb and flow and secrets being discovered. So I'm going to say you may be in a relationship where it seems like he's hot and cold about getting married. Some days he's all for it and some days he's not. Or that there's more to the situation you haven't discovered yet as to why you aren't married. I could be wrong. I have the Knight of Wands. So you need to take action with your creativity, your passion, and your drive. Don't hesitate to initiate it. If he's not asking you, then you need to maybe ask him, like, what's up? Are we going to get married? You know, what's going on here? I do see the Nine of Swords as well, which is a little bit of anxiety. Don't let yourself get wrapped up in this to the point that it's keeping you up at night. I know it's a really big thing for you. You really want it, but there's no sense getting anxious over it. And then finally, I have the Justice card, which in this case, I would say is for marriage. But it'll probably be a courthouse wedding or a town hall wedding as opposed to a church wedding. Or else it's going to be a non-traditional wedding. So maybe like a wedding at home with that's not officiated by a priest. Okay? Let's see about your dad. I left plenty of room for your dad for a reason. What else does have to do with it? All right, I'm trying to see what we can get here. All right, I have the Emperor. So that is your father's energy. Kind of closed off. Nobody's friends with an Emperor, right? You know, an Emperor is kind of unobtainable. You can't get to him. You have to be very blessed to get in front of him. Very lucky to get in front of an Emperor. So I have that feeling of just not being a very open father, not being there for his kids. He may show up for like sporting events or really special occasions, and that's about it. The daily day, nah. I see the Six of Wands, which is what makes me mention that. I feel like there was something special in your life that he was there for, and then he just kind of disappeared like a thief in the night. That's what the Seven of Cards is telling me. There was really no warning when your dad left, was there? I keep saying when he left. I don't know exactly what you mean by not being in your life, but I'll put it this way. Before he decided to step out of your life, there really wasn't much warning. You have good memories about your childhood. I don't know if it's more for your father or just your childhood, but I do have the Six of Cups, and that is childhood memories and being comforted by childhood memories. But the Ten of Swords tells me that you take it like your father stabbed you in the back. He just let you down. He just took all the swords in the house and just shoved them in you, because the Ten of Swords, see how his back is just full of swords. You felt like it's just one more issue on top of another with him. So your next card's the High Priestess. The High Priestess is about following your intuition. If you think that you know why he left, then you probably know why he left. Or if you suspect that you know, then you do. I have the Eight of Pentacles, which is work. So probably felt like there was a lot of forcing your father to be there. You know, it didn't come naturally, it didn't come easily. You had to, whoa, I'm not doing all that, goodness. You had to really force him to be a dad. And that was because he has the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is the normal picture is a man holding all of his pentacles really tight. It's the greedy man in the deck. It's somebody who's hesitant to let go of their feelings or their money. He's very not emotional. He's not very feeling, not very loving, not very caring. Just, it's not his style. I have the Page of Pentacles next. I almost feel like not having him around kind of inspired you to start saving and building your own resources. So it wasn't necessarily a bad thing. I also have the King of Wands, so I feel like that triggered you to be your own King of Wands. Just because it's a king doesn't mean it can't apply to a woman. And I feel like, you just have that ultimate. The King of Wands is like an entrepreneurial energy. You have the drive to do what you need to do, to make your money, to build your business, to be successful because of not having your father there. Like, it drove you to be a better person. All in all, I see that you're pretty much better off without him. Whatever went on in your past or with him, you have the Sun card. Life is better and happier without him in it. Don't get hung up on his loss. The Five of Cups is always about not getting hung up on loss. Don't get hung up on the fact that he's not around you. Don't get hung up on the fact that you don't have him. Because at the end of the day, you're doing better without him. I almost feel like he really wasn't very good to you even when he was around. I was seeing if you might reconcile. The first card that I get is the Moon. So I think there's more to the situation. There's some secrets or something hidden from you about him. You probably really wouldn't want him there. Yes, you would have more spiritual and emotional fulfillment if you knew why and all of that, but really, if he came back, it's going to be a Five of Wands type of thing. It's just going to be a lot of fighting and fussing and just kind of ruining your world more than anything. So all in all, it is better for you this way. I know it's not something that's easy to hear, but it's what I'm seeing. I apologize again for the long wait for the readings. I do apologize for, not having better news as far as your dad. I hope that the good marriage news kind of gets you through and makes things better. And, yeah, I hope if there's anything I didn't address, you don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. I know this is probably a little bit shorter than 10 to 15 minutes, but I feel like there's not really much else I can say on the issue. I can look and see if I see marriage coming like soon, but that's not, it's not very easy to predict timing with tarot. You got the Empress and the Devil. I feel like if things keep going the way they are, you will get married, but you got to get past that roadblock that I was already telling you about, where it's feeling like maybe you kind of need to bring it up and get it moving. I do have a yes/no card count method. Let's see if I can get any yeses for being soon. No yeses in the first pile. You want to at least get 2 yeses. So there's first yes and the second yes. Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups came out. So yes, I think it may be happening a little bit sooner than you think. But you do have to get past that roadblock. Talk to the person you're with and tell them like, hey, what's going on? Don't you want to get married? And see what it brings you. Okay? I apologize again for the wait, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye.